So Taebyn,
Hi.
did you hear about the 2 slices of bread that got married?
I did not. Could you please tell me about the 2
Oh,
slices of bread that got
the
married?
wedding was amazing, but things took
Yeah.
a dark turn at the reception when somebody decided to toast the bride and groom.
Oh, my cow, indeed. Oh, and that reminds me actually about what was it? I think you know about this, that, some man goes to, a zoo, and in one of the cages, there's just, a loaf of bread just sitting there.
Mhm.
I mean, that's all. There's no monkeys or anything. There's just
Oh,
and so he goes up to the zookeeper,
that's
and the
odd.
zookeeper says, I know, he's like, "This
Yeah.
is really odd. Why is there just like a loaf of bread just sitting in that cage?" And the zookeeper says, what does he say? He says, it's I don't even remember. He says something like it's inbred housing or something. I don't even remember. It's really horrible. But that reminded me of that. And actually, now
Oh.
that I say that, before we actually officially start the show, now I have to know what the real punchline is. So give me just a second.
Okay.
To all our listeners, this is not the actual show. If you haven't heard this before, we're just doing this thing where I guess I'm taking advantage of that Barely's not here.
Yeah, this is
But
our
don't tell him I
pre-roll.
said that. Don't. And I know he never
Um,
listens to these things, so he's not
well,
going to
he
hear me
might
say
listen to this, and it depends on whether or not I'm editing this one or he is.
that. Oh, well, you might or might not need to edit that part out. So
Okay.
let me. What am I looking for? Um, yeah. So hold on, listeners. Just hold on. We'll get to the horribleness
Hold
that
on
is
to
this
your
show.
headphones, listeners.
It goes. Okay, just a sec. I know I saw. Oh my cow! Oh my cow! Might have to edit this part out anyway. um, Oh yeah. Oh, I went to the zoo yesterday and I saw a piece of toast in a cage. When I asked the zookeeper what it was and why, he said it was bred in captivity.
Oh god.
Yeah, that
All
even
that for
better.
that pun.
Yes, all that. So now, all you listeners, with that, let's start the show.
Yeah, I hear the music. Welcome to Three Do Who. No, wait, that's the wrong
That's
podcast.
wrong
Welcome to
podcast.
Barely Furcasting featuring Taebyn. With me today is the pup whose name is in the title, Taebyn. How the heck are you, Taebyn?
Hi, I'm really good. It's really good to see you and talk to you again, Rain. It's been a whole few weeks since
whole
I've
2
seen and
weeks,
talked
yeah.
to you, so it's
Yeah.
exciting. So now I wag, and so I'm really excited to talk to you on the show today.
I
And
am
I
really
hope all
excited
our
to talk to
listeners are doing good as well. And how are you, Mr. Rain? How are things with
Well,
you?
I am doing great. I am busy with editing and having to re-edit the 3D Who podcast.
Oh yeah,
I
I
got
heard about that.
halfway through and like the audio just completely started going nuts.
Oh,
And like I did it the same way I've done it every single time. But for some reason, things just started going crazy. And so I had to figure out a different way to do it. But the different way I figured out actually takes up more memory than my machine had.
oh,
So I had to buy new memory for the machine, and I needed more memory for this machine anyway, so it's not a big deal, but it was just
but
I had to start all over from scratch. So I am like behind the 8 ball. I have got to release it Saturday night.
oh my
So
cow!
yes, so I probably won't be doing a DJ set this Friday night, but I will be back on the following Friday night.
The following
Yes,
Friday
but,
night.
so everybody might have noticed that Barely is missing. So he
Mhm.
is taking care of some family
He's
things,
okay. He's
and
okay. He's
yes,
not like
he's not missing.
kidnapped.
We didn't lose him. He hasn't
He's
been,
okay.
like, tranquilized by animal control and hauled off to a zoo anywhere. He is just taking some time off for some family things that need to be done, and he can't be with us tonight, so you first get the raccoon and the pup.
Yay.
Yes.
And so time for Jesse for a walk and how
Mm.
you should do about English.
How you should do about
So
English,
are
definitely. We're gonna definitely need that tonight.
oh my cow. And I found out an interesting thing, like words come from what's called etymology when you
Mhm.
study like
Etymology,
words
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah. So I found out the origin of the term t-shirt, where it actually came from.
Okay.
It's actually short for Tyrannosaurus shirt because of the short
Ah,
arms.
the little short arms. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that
that's
makes
exactly where it came
sense.
from.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's like when you work at Burger King, you make sense.
Right. Right. And you
So,
can't even though they say you can have it your way, you really can't.
you really can't. I'm
No.
sorry.
No,
There's
go in and
no
try
sense in that.
asking for lobster on your hamburger, and
You're
they're
just not
gonna look
gonna
at you
get it.
funny. You're not gonna get it. They don't serve lobster there, it
They
turns out.
they don't. Oh my cow. So, Rain, I have
Yes.
a game I would like to participate with you
I
in.
love games.
Yes. So this is a game I'm sure someone's come up with this game before, but I came up with this. I didn't read it anywhere else. It's kind of an
Okay.
obvious game, but I'm calling it the pun game.
Oh, no. Pun game.
Yes.
This sounds
And
like punishment.
it is very pretty we'll see how it goes actually.
Yeah, we will.
Could or could not be. And since it's I'm just gonna I'm not even in well, I'm involved, but you don't have any for you're competing against, so it's just
Right.
you.
So I win.
You win.
Yay!
Well, the thing is there are points involved, and you don't get
Oh.
a prize unless you get a certain number of points. So let me tell you how
Oh.
this works. So I will set up a pun, and you have to figure out and say what the punchline to the pun is, like what the actual pun is.
Oh, okay.
And there's 10 of them, and I know you know like some of these already, so you will get some points. You get a point for each
Yay.
correct one, and if you get 80% of them right, so 8 of them right, you will get a hug from me next time you see me.
Won't I get one of those
Because,
anyways?
well, I was just gonna say because that never happens, but
Never.
I'll make sure it I think I always make sure it happens, but we'll just pretend it never happens, and that way it will seem like a win.
All you listeners, Taben's hugs are classified as attack hugs in some municipalities.
They are. I think I told you once about, at TFF, I don't know what year it was, 2020 I don't know, TFF one year, um, I went up and I didn't mean to tackle hug Kev Shep.
Mhm.
Some of you first might know Kev Shep, an adorable white and green Shep, I think California. Anyway, and I I came running and hugged him and, like, we fell down and stuff, and now every time I see him at a con, he's like, "Are you gonna, like, tackle me to the floor again, Taven?"
Taben and
Oh,
his attack hugs.
I actually haven't seen him for a while, and I think he's probably at the same cons I am, that
He
he's,
may
like,
be
hiding from
recovering
me.
or
Exactly.
recovering.
Or he's still recovering
Yeah, have you
years
seen a fur
later.
in a full body cast or
Yeah, that's him. Okay, now I know
not?
what you've
Yeah.
seen. So here we go. So number 1 of 10. So I'll set up the pun
Okay.
and see if you can get it, and I know you'll get some
Knock
of
it
them.
down. I'll try to
Knock
knock
it
it down
down
like a kitty
like a kitty. Or like the chef that I knocked down,
or like
apparently.
the poor shep that you knocked
Yeah.
down, yes.
So, what do you call a fake noodle?
An impasta.
Yes. Yay. And I'll mark down if you got it right. So, number 2, I broke my finger last week.
Uh, I don't I don't know the one to this one.
On the other hand, I'm okay.
On the other hand, you're okay,
Oh,
yes.
cow.
Dang it.
Okay, you still got a bunch more to go. So, people think grass don't get wet in the morning.
But it do.
Good job. Yes. Yay. I had a feeling you'd get that even if you hadn't heard it before
It
because
took me a
you're a
second.
smart raccoon. Yeah. What do you call a sleepy relative?
Oh gosh, what a sleepy relative. Come on,
Sleepy
pun. I don't know. I don't know.
napkin.
Oh,
It
napkin. That's bad.
it
That's a
is.
bad
I'm
pun.
kinda glad you didn't get it actually.
Me too. I don't know if I want that.
Oh, you'll want this one. Viking warrior Rudolph the Red and his wife were on a stroll. Rudolph the
Mhm.
Red looked up at the sky and said, "We should hurry up. There's a storm coming." His wife asked, "Well, how do you know?" And he replied,
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
"Yes." I knew you. Oh my cow. What is the longest word in the English language?
No, it's not.
Maybe. Yeah, I think I'll give that to you. That wasn't the intended, but I will give that
That's
to
the
you.
pun I know for that one.
Oh, okay. You already.
Because
I'll
what
give
is
it to you.
not the longest word in the English language?
It's not. It really is
Yeah,
not. The longest word in the English language is smiles because the first and last letters are a mile apart.
very true.
Very true. Right. Very true.
Separated by a mile.
It is. Why do cow milking stools only have 3 legs? You might get
Mm,
this.
I actually don't know.
Oh. Well, it turns out it's because the cow has the udder.
Oh,
Again, maybe it's best that you didn't get that
that was
one.
pretty bad. The cow has the udder. Oh,
Oh my cow! So I needed a password that was 8 characters long. So I
mhm.
picked.
Oh, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
Ooh, good job, good job. Yay. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Well, there's 2 left, and well, we'll see how you do with the next 2. So
Okay.
I was going to propose to my boyfriend, but my dog ate the ring.
Oh, I don't know this one. I don't know.
Well, now it's a diamond in the rough.
Oh, that's that's pretty bad.
That's horrible.
That
I
is
actually,
horrible.
I mean, what does it
It's
say about
funny,
me
but
that I
it's
actually picked these, though?
that's true.
I don't.
Does your
And the
husband know
last
about the
one,
does your husband know about the boyfriend and the dog in the
he
ring?
doesn't. I'll make sure
Oh,
to tell him, though.
yeah, good thing he doesn't listen to the podcast.
Yes. Oh, yeah, right. So maybe I shouldn't tell him.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
He'd probably say, Taven, why did you eat the
Yeah,
ring?
why did you eat the ring?
So the last one comes in 2 parts because the first
Okay.
part might help you get the second part.
Okay, we'll see.
'Kay, and I'm pretty sure you know the first part. So the first part is, I was baffled by why the ball kept getting bigger and bigger.
Then it hit me.
Yes. Yes. Part 2, Chris Rock couldn't figure out why Will Smith was on stage walking his way.
Then it hit him.
Yeah, right. Yay. Good job. Good job. Well, since that was a two-parter, you did we'll say you got 80%. So
All right.
I'll give you a hug the next time I see you.
Yay!
Yay. Oh, and that was my
Extra
game. That was
hugs.
my game.
Yes. So do you have any formations for us?
I do.
That because that is apparently now what we're calling this segment. Formations.
Yes, because it's not necessarily kitty.
No, well, because we ran through all the kitty ones. Now we're on
We ran through
corgi
all the kitty
ones.
ones.
And I'm sure we're gonna find some other ones when we're done with the corgi ones.
I'm sure we will. So, you first, you that have been listening a while, you might have heard my cat formation segment that I started doing, and I got through the book, and so now we're on corgi state of mind, positive daily mantras. Well, it says for
Mm.
kids, but for any fur, really.
Oh,
So
come on.
this
We're
is
all kids at
corgis.
heart.
We are all kitties.
Mm.
Well, don't tell all the
Or
doggies that.
or or baby goats.
Or baby goats. Ah,
Yes.
it's true. It's true. Maresy dotes and dozy dotes and little lambsy divey. Achille divey too. Wouldn't you?
Of
Mhm.
course.
So, corgi
A needle pulling
formation.
thread.
A needle. Corgi?
No, a
Oh,
needle pulling
so a
thread.
deer.
Yeah.
Uh,
A female deer.
wait, wait,
A drop
wait.
of golden
What?
sun
Me, a name I call
on
myself.
myself.
Far along my way to
Along the
run.
way to run.
So a needle pulling through. Yeah,
Thread,
okay. Now
yes.
I knew there was a connection there, but I
Now
didn't
everybody has that song and stuck in their head for the
so
rest of
quickly
the
did.
episode. Yes.
If any
You're all
fur wants to
welcome.
if any fur wants to get that song off your head, make sure to go to my YouTube and search for crispy chicken, and that will be sure to get that
Right.
song off your head with a new one.
hmm Or you could do
um,
the hustle.
or just do the hustle.
hmm
So, corgi formations. I'll do 3 of them.
Okay.
I protect my boundaries. Yes, they're mine to decide. Ah.
Ah, woo.
I am kind to others and love learning what they're all about. Ah,
Ah, woo. Yes, that's a good one. I like that one.
that is a good one.
That's a very corgi thing to say.
It is actually. That is a very
They
corgi
are
thing.
very kind little dogs.
They are. They
hmm
want to know you.
hmm
I breathe in only good thoughts and exhale out all my doubts. Ah,
Ah, woo.
and those are my corgi formations for the week.
All
Bark.
righty.
Okay.
That was a good selection of
That
corgi
was
formations.
those were good ones. Those were good
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, I like that.
Now I'm talking all soft
I
and
know.
mild.
It's like the asthma portion of this podcast.
I don't even know how I don't do this. How am I doing this?
I don't know. See if you
I
could
don't
learn
wanna
to
do this anymore.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
well, I
back.
mean, if you could learn to do this, you'd quit blowing out the drivers in my microphones.
That is true. That's a positive theme right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good, good.
Good, good.
Oh,
All right.
oof.
So we are up to the past today. And
Boop, 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 boop.
since I have no past today, what have you got, Mr. Taebyn?
I think if I remember correctly, the only past today I have is cannibalism almost every tired from. Wow, I
Mm,
remembered it. I didn't
yeah, you
even have to
did.
read it. I remember it now. What is the um English every in my head? Oh no, how you should do
How you
about
should do
English. That's right.
about English. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, well, since neither of us really have anything else for past today, it's time to get to some stupid odd news.
Are you stupid or something?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
And I found this is not really stupid, it is a little odd, but it's also a very happy little story. So, Puxatawny
Yay.
Phil, the spring predicting groundhog, and
What
his
was that
wife,
his name?
Puxatawny Phil.
Puxatawny. Okay.
Yes, that's his name. Well, I mean,
Don't
it's the
wear it
name of
out.
it's the name of several groundhogs. It's not the same one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
He's
oh,
he
I see.
yeah,
Okay,
he's like Shamu. You know,
I got it.
like
Yeah.
there's several Shamus. Been several Shamus.
And
The name it
when
gets handed
you
down, kind of like the Dread Pirate Roberts from The Princess Bride.
oh, yeah.
He just
When
hands it
you take a shower, Rain, do you have to use Shamu?
down. No, I don't because I
Oh,
have no hair on my head. Shamu is and Shamu would not fit in my shower anyways. So
anyway, it just doesn't work out. It just doesn't
yeah, it
work.
doesn't work out. Doesn't work out. But anyways, Puxatawny Phil and the spring predicting groundhog and his wife Phyllis are the parents of two beautiful little babies.
Oh, how cute.
So now we know what Puxatawny Phil and the groundhog who predicts weather in the early spring, each February the 2nd, does on the other 364 days of the year.
He takes care of his little kitties
Yeah.
now.
So the Pennsylvania group that handles Phil and his groundhog wife Phyllis says the couple have become parents. The Puxatawny Groundhog Club said in a Facebook post on Wednesday that Phyllis recently gave birth to two healthy babies. It did not specify their sex or give names for either one. But they,
There's a club just for
yes,
Puxatawny?
yeah, because they take care of Puxatawny Phil and
Oh,
his wife.
well, okay. That makes sense.
So they said, "We're pleased to announce that Puxatawny Phil has had his first children. We believe there are two baby groundhogs that Phil and Phyllis have started a family." Thomas Dunkel, said, and he's the president of the tuxedo-clad group called the Inner Circle. Dun dun dun!
Dun dun dun.
That carries on the groundhog tradition each year. He said, "We're pleased about it, and I talked to Phil with my cane." I don't know how he
I talked
talks
to
to
Phil with
Phil
my
with his
cane?
cane, but yeah,
Okay.
that's what it says.
It
Which
is what
lets
it
me.
says.
Oh, it says his cane lets him speak groundhogese, and Phil could not be more excited that he had started a family.
I'm so
Dunkel said
confused, but
a
okay.
club member discovered the babies on Saturday when he came to feed the parents some fruits and vegetables. Says Phil emerges from his burrow each year on the morning of February 2nd. If he sees his shadow, tradition holds that there will be 6 more weeks of winter. This year he did not see his shadow, heralding an early spring.
Heralding the herald
Yes,
groundhog sing glory to the
the
newborn
newborn
babies.
babies. Yes,
Hey, it
babies.
works.
Yeah, it does. It does. And so that's my news of the odd or stupid for this episode.
Or this okay. Oh my
That
cow.
brings us to media.
Media.
So, what have you been watching or consuming, Taben?
Well,
Oh, well, huh?
that's all
It's
that I've been consuming. It is an
lots of
entire
wishes, huh?
well. Yeah, lots of wishes, none of them come true.
Mm.
Oh. So, not too much. We were trying to remember what we saw and everything, and a lot of the things we remembered, I had already talked about on the show, so our brains are scattered apparently. But
Mm,
what we did remember that I don't think I've talked about is, well, as I always talk about, South Park for Lunchies.
of course.
Of course. Today's episode was that I watched was the one where Satan like has his Sweet 16 party basically on Earth.
Okay.
And it's so funny and random. It's really good. It's like season 10 something. I don't remember which. Anyway, it's so funny. It's really good. You'd remember if you thought. But anyway, and we've saw something Netflix show, season 1 of something called The Gentleman.
I have not seen that.
It's actually pretty good. It's what is it about? I was trying to remember.
I
That's how
don't
good
know
it
because
was.
I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, why am I asking you? Well, let me find really fast a little synopsis thingy.
Synopsises.
It's a drama. It's a 2024. There's
Oh,
only one
okay.
season so far. I think there's supposed to be another one. Daniel Ings is in it. I don't know if you know who that is.
I have no idea who that is.
You'd recognize him if you. Can't think of what else he's been
I
in, but
probably would
you'd
then.
recognize him
Yeah.
if you've seen him. It is
That's how it
about
usually works, though. You usually recognize people you've seen before.
you do.
Yes.
And he dresses up as a big chicken in one of the episodes. You'll have to find
Mm,
out why by
okay.
watching it. So the plot goes when woo word when
Aristocratic?
yes good when say that word
Aristocratic?
Eddie inherits the family estate. He discovers that it's home to an enormous weed empire and its
Mm,
proprietors aren't going anywhere.
oh
And that's what
my.
it's about. Anyway,
Wow.
it's actually pretty good, and I mean, there's gentlemen involved
Mm,
and English speaking and stuff like that. Anyway, it's pretty good. What else did we? Oh, we're currently watching a Netflix series called Everything Sucks. Have you heard of this?
I have not.
It's it's a high school comedy drama, and it's held in Boring, Oregon.
Oh, wow. Well, everything sucks there, yeah, because it's boring there.
It's exactly right, and so that's kind of one of the premises, of course. Like, there's nothing
So
going on there.
another show held in boring. That's interesting because
Oh,
they did a show a while back in boring.
oh, did they? Oh, that's right,
Yeah,
they
I think it
did.
was like a football show or something like that. Yeah,
They did. I forget what
yeah.
that is, but I remember about that. Yeah, so I mean, they're trying to make boring less boring, apparently.
Apparently, well, it couldn't get any more boring.
It might as well do something.
Yeah.
But it's a good little high school comedy drama thingy held in boring high school in Boring, Oregon. And one episode, they go to the Aladdin Theater in Portland in one episode. Like,
Oh,
I've seen that place. It's
I have
actually
been to the Aladdin. Yes.
there. It was so exciting. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. Anyway, it's an entertaining little show. I recommend checking it out.
I will have to take a look.
Yep. So that's all we can remember we've been watching. I've been playing the standard Bloons, Monkeys Go Pop,
Hmm.
a little bit of Hearthstone, Beat Saber. That Daft Punk pack is a
It's
lot of
good,
fun.
isn't it?
It's
Oh,
really good.
yeah. I've
Um,
played like two of the songs now,
I've
and
played I've played 3 maybe of them.
yeah, they're good songs. They really give you a good workout.
They do. I've beaten expert on Technologic, and I
Ooh,
think I beat
Technologic's a
expert
good one.
on it is. It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun.
It's a good
And
song.
also it's a good song. It's a lot of fun to like do the Beat Saber 2 and it
Hmm.
makes you dance and stuff. See, Around the World, I think I beat expert on that. I've at least beat hard on that. And the last one that what's it called? The Veris Eris or something.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a very I never heard it before. It's a very tranquil song and it's not too hard on expert and it's nice.
Daft Punk was pretty amazing. Their music, like, it wasn't ever stagnant. They always kind of switched it up with each new album. So some of the albums were more
Oh.
high energy, and some of them were a little bit more tranquil. Some of them had
So they
kind
had
of
like a
a
theme to the
yeah, well,
album
they
kind of thing.
yeah, they some of them had kind of like Random Access Memories had a more kind of 70s, 80s disco vibe to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
so, yeah, they had, a pretty wide musical influence,
Yeah.
so, yeah,
Yeah.
I really love Daft Punk.
Yeah.
It was so
They're
sad
good
when they
stuff.
split up.
Oh, I didn't even know. Oh, they didn't. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sad.
they split up right around the pandemic, right, I think, like,
Oh, okay,
halfway through the
recently.
pandemic just to break all of our hearts.
Well, good for them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's all be trapped inside. for like a year and a half, 2
They're
years,
robots,
and
it didn't even matter to them. I mean,
it's
like, they're
true.
not gonna get COVID. Oh, well.
Oh, well. At least we have Beat Saber. Their memories live on through Beat
Beat
Sabers.
Saber, yes. And Tron Legacy, because
Oh,
they were in
yeah.
Tron Legacy,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right. And then, I have a few phone games I've been playing and stuff. But that's
Mhm.
basically what I've been in. Oh, and I just yesterday, just remembered I didn't write it in the notes because I forgot. Just yesterday, apparently I downloaded it a long time ago or a while ago, but I hadn't played it yet. So I played it. Had you do you know the PC game Seventh Guest?
I do, it's also available on, Quest.
Yes, so that's what I
Yes.
had downloaded a while ago.
I
Apparently,
I
for
got
that's
it
out.
too, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yes,
I just started
it's
playing
very
it
good.
yesterday.
It's very good.
It's
Not too scary.
I had to make sure to when I started it, and you start out in this like old rowboat and everything. I had to
Mhm.
like immediately stop and go Google. Are there any jump scares in Seventh Quest? And
There's a couple little, like, surprise pop-up things, but they don't, like, they're not scary scary. They're kind of a little bit
yeah,
more
like I
silly scary.
a lot of the things said there's no jump scares. It's okay because
Yeah.
other people were like, I don't like the horror games. I don't like jumps. So I felt better. Anyway,
The Magician's Room is the only place that where I can even remember, like, anything remotely like a little bit of a jump scare.
oh, that's good to know because
Yeah.
I am currently in Magician's Room. Just started it,
Okay. The
so
Magician's
it's
Room
good to
is
know.
by far my favorite room of the thing, though, because the magic hats are so much fun.
I can't get the magic hat to work.
So, yeah, there's so
Like, I
you
put
st
my pausey
right,
in.
and your posse comes out the other hat.
The
There's
other
another hat.
hat!
Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen the other there's 2
There's
okay, I've
another
only
hat.
seen 1 hat.
It's in one of the cupboards, and you have to use the one hat
Oh,
to reach in and
for
unlock the
the
cupboard.
thing. I knew that was probably I needed to do something like that, but I couldn't okay,
Yes.
got it.
So,
Because they
yeah,
give
it's
all
kinda
the
like
hints.
Portal with the
I
hat.
see.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I'm glad I brought that up.
it's a fun game. I love
Yeah.
the game.
And it's just still so amazing how this I don't even know how they do this. You walk around, you pick up just anything you want, and you
Mhm.
look under a table, and everything's so like there's not like gaps
Have you
anywhere. It's
pointed your
amazing.
lantern at the pictures yet?
Yes.
So, yeah, every picture in the house, you can point your lantern at it, and it changes to
Yes,
look
I've noticed that.
like from the old. Because so you're in the house when it's old and kind of decrepit, and
Yeah.
if you point your lantern at the pictures, they go back to, like,
Back
back
to
to
those
new.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, really fun
it's
game.
it's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
lots of little hidden Easter eggs in it. It's a lot of fun to play.
Oh, I haven't seen any and we're coming up to Easter, so it works out.
No,
I got
well,
a
yeah,
pair more right now.
not those kinda Easter eggs, but,
Oh,
like
okay.
game
Yeah.
Easter eggs,
The gamey
like little
things,
hidden cool things that you'll find in the game.
like Mario
Yeah,
and,
sure.
um Pac-Man
And Pac-Man, yeah, sure, Pac-Man's there too.
and, um, Tron Robot Guy. I
Yeah, yeah, no,
don't don't
I don't think they're there, yeah.
don't think so. Anyway, yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing that some more. And anyway, that's what I've been mediaing,
Yay,
the last few weeks.
that sounds amazing. So, for me, I have been editing like a mad raccoon. I did take a little bit of time off to go on last Saturday to go see Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire
Oh,
at the
how's that?
theater. Oh, it's the first time I've been to the theater since COVID. It
Oh, yeah,
was really good. The only thing that could drag me to the theater at, post-COVID is Ghostbusters movie.
of course.
So I thought it was really good. I recommend that all you first see it. I am not going to give it away anything because I don't want to spoil it for any first that haven't seen it yet. But Kumail Nanjiani is in it, and he
Who
really
is
steals the.
that?
He's the Indian comedian and actor. You would know him if you've seen him. He's been
Oh,
in a
one
ton
of
of
the
stuff.
okay. Yeah.
Um, but he basically steals the movie. He has some of the best lines. And of course, Walter Peck, aka Dickless, in his new position as mayor, is just as big of a jerk as he was in the original Ghostbusters movie.
Oh,
So,
cool. Very nice, very nice.
everybody can watch that and remember how much they hated Walter Peck. He gets called Dickless a lot in the movie too.
What so I was just watching, I think it was a YouTube something about how Walter Peck and Ghost maybe this is why I was talking about him because of the new movie. I didn't even put
Yeah.
2 and 5 together, but, he's talking about how what was yeah, no, it was a YouTube well, I don't even know what I was anyway, I was watching him and someone was talking about how in the original Ghostbusters,
Hmm.
everyone thinks, the ghosts are the bad guys and, like, Walter Peck is the worst bad guy,
Oh
but
yeah,
in
he's
Walter
definitely.
But in Walter Peck's mind, he was surmising, he's the good guy.
Right.
So maybe we're all our own good guy in our own story, and there's others
Mm,
out there where we're
maybe.
the bad guy to their story.
Maybe. Maybe.
I'm a bad pup
You
somewhere.
you might be. There's a version of Taebyn that's evil. Oh wait, we've seen him.
Oh, we actually know who
Yeah.
that is. Oh my cow. Yeah. So any fur, if you know
Yeah.
who the quote unquote evil Taben is, let us know that you know
Mhm.
about that. And that would be great. That would be great.
That's about all I've got. I just bought a new game on PC VR on Steam because it's not available on Quest. It's a port over from a PS5 game, a PS5 VR game, and it's called Happy Funland.
Happy Fun.
It's basically it's kind of a like a horror-ish game, but not really horrorish. And they basically built a theme park in the Florida swamp that has been like abandoned, and it
Oh,
is such a blatant ripoff of like Disney World. Like
okay.
the whole park is like hilarious. It's populated by these rogue animatronic characters that are chasing after you. It's a little like Five Nights at Freddy, but not as scary. I watched Wolf and VR play it, and it looks like a lot of fun. The game mechanics are terrible,
Oh,
but the
okay.
scenery is worth playing with the horrible game mechanics. They are actually doing updates though, so I just bought it and I noticed that the day before I bought it, they did a new update for hand
Oh,
tracking
okay.
stuff. So it should be getting better, I think.
Well, maybe I'll check
Yeah.
out at least Wolf and VR do it.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun to watch. It's like one of the funnest playthroughs that I've seen him do. So,
Cool. Nice. Very nice.
yeah. And he is like completely amazed by the storyline and everything the whole way through. So,
Amazed.
yes, amazed and delighted. And so that's all my media. So that brings us to furry
Ooh.
news.
Furry news. I still don't know. It's not the same.
It's not the same. No, it's not the same. But what
So
you
I
gonna do?
guess I just have to say, for any fur that knows what we're talking about with the furry news and not the same as compared to, well, what I had been doing most this whole entire show, let us know what you prefer. Do you want me to keep doing that, or just let us know with what you think about that stupidity that I always did?
All right. Well, so I'm gonna let you have the first story since you put this one in.
I did. So it's just more of a informational thing. The last day to vote for Ursa Major Awards was March 24th, so the voting
Mhm.
closed not too long ago.
Yep.
And I think last time we talked on the show about Ursa Major Awards and some drama there and stuff. But in general, Ursa Major Awards is great, and we've talked about that
Yeah.
in other shows too. So for any further that doesn't know, the Ursa Major Awards celebrate and recognize great works that resonate with the furry fandom, whether they are made within, by a member, or are simply favorite creations from the mainstream. Anything goes as long as people like it, and there's a lot of opportunity to lift things up that people already haven't seen. Vote to spread your personal fandom and help others feature theirs. Of course, you'll have
Next
to wait
year.
till next year to vote, right? Because it's done now. But
No, I mean you can
so
vote now, but it won't count.
it won't count. I mean, you can say I vote for this, and no one's even going to hear you. But
Mhm.
nominees are in 14 categories, and the Ursa Major site has more details about each one. The newer music category is removed. That's what we talked about last time.
Mhm.
But Best Fursuit has reactivated after not enough notice previously.
Huh.
That's a really odd sentence, actually. I'm
That
taking
it
it from.
is. The sentence structure, like Google is not liking that sentence structure because it's got it all underlined
It's got
with
it all
blue, letting us
blue
know
and
that
everything.
that's not grammatically correct. So yeah.
There's not. So what they're trying to say, all you furs, is that best fursuit category had existed like in the long, well, not the long ago, but a while ago, and then it got removed for a few years because it wasn't as popular for whatever reason. But it's come back now. That's what all
Mm.
that's supposed to say. So the
Hey,
winners. of this year's Ursa Major Awards will be announced in a special presentation at Golden State FurCon, which is April 5 through 7. And is that the weekend of the release of this episode?
We release on actually April 13th.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
so a week ago,
Yes.
the winners were announced at Golden State FurCon, and they will post those winners on the Ursa Major website, as I said, is ursamajораwards.org. And Ursa Major Awards, and of course, they list all the awards since the beginning, so the past 15
Mhm.
years or something. And this is a really great place if you're looking for some good recent-ish furry books, furry stories, furry music,
Or
furry
even some
games,
not so recent stuff if you're
or
looking
not
for
so
some stuff
recent
that you
stuff.
missed the first time around.
First time,
Yeah.
games, things like that. This is a good place to look for because these are like
Mhm.
some of the top that
Yeah,
has come out each year
award-winning
that
and
people
and
really like
award-nominated things.
and
So, yeah.
nominated. Yeah,
So,
just to be
yeah, you can
nominated
go
is pretty
back
great.
through their back catalog of nominations and stuff and check all that stuff out, so
Check out that and
yeah.
support the fandom with
Support the
fun.
fandom. Yes, that's what we like
Pop,
to support the fandom.
pop.
Yes.
And that's my little story theme.
Yay! Okay, so we're moving on, and apparently a bar is to welcome first furry friends and become a cat cafe. So Munchie's Craft Cat Cafe will be welcoming its new furry friends in the next few months as it looks to become the first establishment of its kind in the city. The business has traded as a cafe and bar for 4 years, and now its feline mad owner wants to bring the concept to the lanes. Ash Kazmaz, wow, that's a hard name to say. Yeah, it took my brain shorted out on that. Who owns and manages Munchie says, "I love cats. I seriously love them, and my business partner is too." I think they mean her business partner does too.
Does is
She
too.
she might be a cat. I don't know.
As
Maybe.
English as
Business
says
cat.
does was. Yeah.
Yes, business cat maybe. So we're talking about cats and going to events every day, and he suggested, it's a he apparently. He suggested that we should do it. So I want about 8 or 10 cats. The numbers might vary because our next step is to help people adopt the cats as well. The feedback has been amazing. People can't wait. Ash said that the cafe was in the process of converting into a cat cafe and would be welcoming its first felines in the coming months. Cafe has already
Where is
received.
this?
It is. Hold on. It's
Oh, you're gonna get
on.
there. Let me
Yes,
let you keep going because
yes.
I see if you're gonna get there.
Ash said cafe was in process of converting to a cat cafe. Would be welcoming felines in the coming months. Cat cafe has already received a wave of support with more than 400 people expressing their interest in the business's website and social media. In the meantime, customers are welcome to bring their own cats with them to the cafe, which offers beds, scratching posts, and cat toys dotted around
That
the
would be
site.
so fun.
Yeah, they're big. Like cat cafes are big in like Japan. Well,
Oh,
pet
okay.
cafes, yeah, pet cafes in general are big in Japan. There's even one where you
Cool.
can go and see raccoons. They've got raccoons you can have, uh, feed and stuff. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So the
Very nice.
cafe also wants to partner with shelters in the area to foster cats. Munchie's first opened in Market Street in 2020, shortly after the COVID-19 lockdowns. Cafe would be the first of its kind in Brighton, so that's in England, and
Okay.
one of
Okay.
only of a select few in Sussex.
Okay.
2 cat cafes are already open in East Sussex and Eastbourne and Rye. Cat cafes are an interactive dining concept where customers can eat and drink surrounded by furry friends. Munchie's Craft Cat Cafe is currently open and hopes to welcome its first cats by the end of May.
May.
Yes. So if you are in England and near East Sussex or Brighton,
Go
I
do
mean,
that.
you can go do that. Yes. So, Dragon's Dogma 2 devs waited 12 years to bring you the furry playable race that the PS3 generation couldn't handle. Now we can finally realize our vision. So
Oh.
this video game, Dragon's Dogma 2, the devs have revealed that the new Beastren race has been on their minds since back in the Xbox 360 and PS3 days. Dragon's Dogma 2 introduces the new Beastren race. Director Hideki Itsuno explains in a message posted to Twitter. Originally, we planned to include them in the first game, but the technology at the time made it difficult to show multiple characters with fur on screen. Now we can finally realize our vision. The original Dragon's Dogma was first released in 2012 on Xbox and PS3, And there have been a whole lot of developments in graphical technology since then. It certainly wouldn't have been the first game to render characters in fur. I remember Star Fox Adventures on GameCube having some impressive fur tech, and I'm sure there were early examples, but given how much Dragon's Dogma has struggled to hold 30 frames per second on those old consoles, maybe it's for the best that the devs didn't go for too many extra graphical bells and whistles.
And Skyrim has the kitty race. I forget
Yes, I
what's
don't
the race
remember
called. I forget.
I
Yeah,
don't
I don't.
remember
But
their name.
so yeah,
I
it's
don't play
after.
Skyrim, so
But I wanted when I played Skyrim, I wanted to be the kitty race, but the kitty
yeah.
race didn't seem to be as good as I wanted them to, so I
Mm,
didn't play the kitty race. But I love that they had a
yeah.
kitty race. So
I have a big problem with MMORPGs like sucking all of my time down to a like big drain.
to
So I try
another.
to yeah, I try not to get involved in them because I get too wrapped up in them for, sometimes weeks at a time and I don't get anything done. And so
Oh, you're
I yeah.
restraintful raccoon.
Yes, I stick to, fast paced, turn-based games and stuff like that. So, yeah, check out Dragon's Dogma 2 if you wanna see the new Beastkin race,
Yeah,
and,
very cool. I
they look
will
pretty
check it out.
cool. We have
Actually,
a picture up,
they do.
up on the screen there, and they look really cool.
Yeah, we'll put a picture up on the website so you can see.
Mhm.
But was that a lion? Looks like a lion.
I think, yeah, some kind of feline.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
dark furred, maybe some kind of puma.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting.
Warrior kitty.
Warrior kitty, yes, all kitties are warriors.
True.
So that brings us to our upcoming events.
Upcoming events.
And in April 12th through the 14th, we have Furcation Land
Ooh, this
2024.
weekend when this is dropped.
Yes, that is going to be at the Holiday Inn, Portland by the Bay in Portland, Maryland. Not here. Or
What
Portland,
about
Maine.
you?
I'm sorry, not Portland, Maryland. Pardon me.
Oh, pardon.
Also, April 12th through 14th is Woods Flock 2024 in Fall Creek Falls State Park
So
in
we said that's
Spencer,
a great
Tennessee.
name.
Yes, yes. Then the 13th through the 14th of April, we have Furry Tea Party 2024 in the Thai Urban Resort in Kaohsiung City, Taiwan. I think I said that right.
Ooh, it's hiding in the tree
Yeah, it may
because it's
be.
couch. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Then we got Furry Down Under. April 19th through the 24th in Crown Plaza, Surfers Paradise Oaks Gold Coast Hotel, Surfers Paradise, Queensland, Australia.
Wow,
Wow, that's a lot of words. Yes.
that's a lot of words to describe that place.
Yes. I don't want to have to write that in my phone to like find it if I was going there.
No.
May 3rd through the 5th, we have Garden State for the weekend, and
Oh,
that's at
that
the
sounds
Hyatt
like a new one.
Regency. Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't heard about this one.
I
It's Hyatt
haven't.
Regency in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Then we have May 9th to the 12th. We have Furry Week in Atlanta, and that's at the Atlanta Marriott Marquis in Atlanta, Georgia.
And I know a lot of furs have go to that. I haven't been
Yes,
yet,
I
but I
heard
hear
it's
it's
pretty
really
good.
good.
Yeah,
So
I've heard
maybe
good things
someday.
about it.
Yeah.
And then May 17th through the 19th, we have Fur Pile 2024 at the Boutique Hotel Lodz in Lodz, Poland. And I probably pronounced that incorrectly. And Taebyn, your mic is off. Your tail has hit the button again.
My tail. Oh, tail. You still okay? You stay. I'll pet later. Okay. And of course, the next weekend after that, we will be
Is
at
Furlandia
Furlandia in Portland,
in Portland,
Oregon. Now,
Oregon. Yes.
the entire BFFT's, the entire what? There's 5 of us. Entire
Yeah.
BFFT staff will be there at a Furlandia in Portland, Oregon.
Our
First time
first
that
time
we've
all
all
together.
been
Yeah.
together. So
It'll either be amazing or will be like some kind of critical mass thing will happen and we'll just explode furriness all over the place.
I I could see that happening actually.
Well,
So if
like they
any,
say, you shouldn't get the fuel rods too close in a nuclear reactor.
yeah,
And
no, and it's fluff rods in this case exactly. You don't want to
yes,
do
yes,
that. So any fur, if you want to meet and see every member of the BFFT staff together, including Rain's Ziggy from
yes,
Chile,
yes, my
actually is going to
boyfriend.
come up and he's going to be there,
Yes, yes, he
and
will.
so that's exciting.
I'm very
That's
looking
exciting.
forward to that.
Yeah, I bet you are. So all you first can come see us and say
Yeah,
hi, and we'll be there. Yeah, and that is our upcoming events.
all the upcoming events that you could hope to want to go to. So that brings us to we've got a movie review from Chitaro. He's going to review
Oh,
Spy Cat for us.
I have not seen, but would love to hear about this
Hmm.
movie. Chitaro, tell us all about it.
Hey, Chitaro. I hear you got a movie review for us this week.
I do. It's a wonderful day for a movie review, right?
It always is.
Yeah. Well, today's movie review is as funny as it's going to sound. It's something that's, whenever I watch a movie of this caliber, it always makes me happy and warm and fuzzy inside because this movie this week is called Spy Cat.
Oh, well, it's got cats in it, so I'm sure you're going to love it.
Well, yeah, it was a pretty good movie. It's streaming on Hulu right now. It's a 2018 movie, but it's actually pretty fun. There are four main characters in this movie: a cat, whose name is Marnie; a dog, which ironically is called Elvis; a rooster, which is called, again, very ironically called Egbert;
Oh, jeez.
and then a donkey whose name is Anton. But the weird part about this donkey is that he wants to be a zebra, so he has himself painted up as a zebra. And the funniest part is that he ends up getting wet and all the zebra stripes fall off. It's like,
Oh,
yeah. But he's a cool little donkey, But
well, there's not much difference between donkeys and zebras except for the stripes.
that is very true. That is very true. I mean,
They're both stubborn little creatures.
donkeys, horses, zebras, mules.
Yeah.
They're all in the same family, right? But this movie is kind of cute because this woman who lives in the country has this cat, and this cat always seems to watch these spy TV shows, and and so the cat wants to be a spy, and this family relative shows up on this woman's doorstep because he's in a wheelchair with two quote unquote broken legs, and he baits the cat, because the cat finds out that he's faking his leg injury, right? And he's actually going around stealing things, so she starts taking pictures, and he gets caught dancing around the house, and so he sends the cat, says, "You're gonna get a special mission." Well, so he boxes her up and sends her to the North Pole. But unfortunately, as the wonderful delivery services that happen out there, they end up dropping the box on the side of the road, and
Oh, no.
yeah. So that's what starts the adventure. But it's kind of fun movie because there's this one scene in the movie where it's very iconic. If all the furs out there have ever seen the movie North by Northwest, there's this one scene where he's on the side of a road, and all of a sudden this plane comes and dive bombs him, so to speak. This whole entire scene seems to be almost done shot for shot, so to speak, of the animals having to duck and stuff because this plane is attempting to run them over. It's a very funny little thing, and of course this whole I'm laughing because it takes place in a place called Drabville.
That must be near
Yeah.
Boring.
Well, it's east of Bumblesnore.
Okay.
I just love the names of the places that these movies always seem to have, right?
Right.
But yeah, there's this one scene where the animals are talking, and Marnie says, "I know what to do because I know how reality works because I've seen it on TV."
Well, reality TV. I mean, it's
Yeah, I mean, I try my best not to watch a lot of reality TV personally.
I try not to watch any of it, except for cooking shows. I have a problem. I have to watch cooking shows. They're just so good.
I will say I enjoyed watching some of the very first ones with, oh God, what is her name? Julia Child. That was always fun,
Two Fat Ladies.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Two Fat Ladies, fantastic old cooking show from about the Julia Child era.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're both Irish or English. I think they're both English, and they're just hilarious. They ride around on a motorcycle with a sidecar,
Oh Lord.
It's a really cute show. You can look on YouTube. It's fun.
Well, you know, I actually got to meet Julia Childs once, and
Oh, wow.
that was rather an interesting moment because, you know, well, I didn't meet her personally. I got to meet her because I was working in food service at the time, and
Right.
she came to the university where I work, and she ate the food and drank some wine, and when somebody
Of
asked,
course.
"Did you like the food?" she says, "Oh, it was okay. I like the wine much better."
Sounds exactly like her.
I know, right? But yeah, this movie, I will have to say that yes, because it had a cat in it, it was very dear to my heart, you know, and
Nice.
she was a cute little cat, as a matter of fact, you know, she's
Aw.
a little chubby thing.
Oh, I love chubby kitties.
Yeah, and so I'd have to say that I'm going to give this, you know, it was hard for me to rate this because I didn't want to be over biased. So
Mhm.
so I'm saying that I'm gonna rate this 3.5 chirps because
Okay.
you know there were some moments of the movie that were a little bit slow, but you
Okay.
know, not all movies are fast paced, of course.
No,
You know,
I mean, some storytelling does kind of slow the pace of a action
yeah.
type
It,
movie down.
it's certainly not like story time with Taebyn, you know, that always has action happening all every moment, right?
Oh, yeah. Apparently, he read 2 stories at the same time up in Vancouver.
I heard
So,
that story. That
yeah, I'm
I
not
was
sure how
trying
that
to
went. I kinda wanna see it on video. Apparently somebody
right.
took video, and they promised to give it to Tape, and I really wanna see how this went. I'm sure it was a complete train wreck.
uh, well, either a complete train wreck or people would get confused because didn't he read like the Torta and like Little Red Riding Hood or something like
It
that?
was, I think, PC, Three Little Pigs, and
Yeah,
I can't remember what the other one
I
was,
thought it
but,
was I thought it was the Torta.
oh, If You Give a Moose a Muffin.
Oh, give a moose a muffin. Oh
Right.
Lord, that could be kind of give a moose a muffin and blow your house down. No.
Yeah. So, he did the he did those at the same time, and he says it broke him.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it
Taben,
was off the rails.
Taben, we love you, but don't break yourself. uh, but yeah, so the movie was awesome. Like I said, 3.5 chirps. Watch it on Hulu. I think it's
Excellent.
worth the all the furs out there to go out and watch. And as a matter of fact, I'm sticking with, for some strange reason, whenever I start watching movies on a specific streaming platform, it always
Mhm.
seems like there's lots that they put a lot of more movies on there for me to watch. And so
Right.
Hulu has this other good movie, and you know, I think Taben is going to love this one just as much as I will because the movie I'm going to do next time is called Star Dog and Turbo Cat.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's about a dog and a cat who fight crime together. They're superheroes.
Oh, nice. That should be fun.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm going to hope for the best.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much, Chitaro. We'll
Hey, not a
catch you
problem.
next time.
Absolutely, and all you furs out there, have a great day, night, afternoon, weekend, week. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. And now, Taben, do you have a story for us?
I do.
Ooh. Pray tell, what is this story about?
Pray to the tell of the
Mm.
bunny tail. No, I don't know. I don't actually know what I was going for there. So the story this week is called "Interrupting a Chicken,"
Okay.
and I think there are a few books in the Interrupting Chicken series. I think this is the original one.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
and I'll check that out.
The
In
OG
the
story,
future.
as it were.
This is the OG story. Na 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 na. OG. I don't know. Pop 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 pop. I don't know.
I don't either.
Wow. Anyway, so I'll look for, and if there are others in the series, I'll get them and read them in future
Yay.
episodes.
Well, unless this one's terrible.
Unless this one's terrible. This was actually you you listeners might you listeners know you're mourners.
Listeners, mourners.
Actually, you're only mourners if something bad happened, then you're a mourner.
Oh, well,
Or
that
if you
yeah, this show is classified as bad, so,
it
yeah, they're
did. So
probably
you're
all
all
mourning.
mourners,
Yeah.
and especially if you're poets, then this would all be the rhyme of the ancient mourner. Okay. I couldn't resist. I had to.
Yes.
But this, anyway, to all our listeners that you might know, and Rain, you probably know that all these stories I typically don't read ahead of time,
Mhm.
so that we're all. I actually did read this one, and I actually kind of like it. So
Okay, so it's
we'll
not
see.
terrible.
We'll see what you think. We'll see.
Aside from being on paper, it's not terrible.
Right. That's the only reason it's not terrible.
Yes.
So it was bedtime for the little red chicken. Okay, my little red chicken, said Papa. Are you ready to go to sleep? Yes, Papa, but you forgot something. What's that? Oh, well, it's Papa, so it probably sounds like, what's that? Asked Papa. A bedtime story.
Well, yeah, you gotta have a bedtime story.
All right, said Papa. I'll read you one of your favorites. And of course, you are not going to interrupt the story tonight, are you? Oh, no, Papa, I'll be good.
This story is very
know,
meta. We're reading a bedtime story about a chicken getting read a bedtime story.
That's true. This is, very Inshipson-ish.
Inshiption, yes.
So, the first story that Papa reads is Hansel and Gretel, which goes, Hansel and Gretel were very hungry. Deep in the woods, they found a house made of candy. Nibble, nibble, nibble. They began to eat the house until the old woman who lived there came out and said, What lovely children! Why don't you come inside? They were just about to follow her in when out jumped a little red chicken and she said, Don't go in! She's a witch! So Hansel and Gretel didn't. The end. That was the little red chicken that said that. Chicken! Yes, Papa? You interrupted the story. Try not to get so involved. I'm sorry, Papa, but she really was a witch. Well, you're supposed to be relaxing so you can fall asleep. Let's try another story. Okay, let's try another story. I'll be good. So then, Papa goes on to read the story of Little Red Riding Hood.
Okay.
Take this basket of goodies to Grandma, said Little Red Riding Hood's mother, but don't stray from the path. The woods are full of danger. Red Riding Hood skipped along through the deep woods. By and by, she met a wolf who wished her good morning. She's about to answer him when out jumped a little red chicken and she said, Don't talk to strangers. So Little Red Riding Hood didn't. The end.
Wow.
Chicken. I know. Yeah. Chicken. Yes, Papa? You did it again. You interrupted 2 stories and you're not even sleepy. I know, Papa. I'm sorry, but he was a mean old wolf. Yes, now get back into bed. Okay, Papa, let's try one more. One more little story. I'll be good, I promise.
Sure.
So Papa started to shine right. Papa started reading the story of Chicken Little. Chicken Little was hit on the head by an acorn. The sky is falling, she thought. She was about to run off and warn Goosey, Lucy, Ducky, Lucky, Henny Penny, and everyone on the farm that she could find that the sky was falling when out jumped a little red chicken and she said, Don't panic, it was just an acorn, so Chicken Little didn't. The end. Chicken. Yes, Papa? You did it again. Oh, Papa, I couldn't let the little chicken get all upset over an acorn. Please read one more story and I totally promise I'll fall asleep. But Chicken, said Papa, we're out of stories. Oh no, Papa, I can't go to sleep without a story. I'm thinking you can't anyway because you keep interrupting the stupid story. Anyway, then, said Papa, yawning, why don't you tell me a story? Me tell a story? Said the little red chicken. Okay, Papa, here we go. This story is called Bedtime for Papa by Chicken. Oh, and in the books I'll show Rain, so all you listeners can't see it, but I'll show Rain. It's a little red chicken wrote.
Oh my goodness!
With crayon, and look it's by Chicken, spelled Cikn.
Yeah, Chikn. Chicken.
Chicken. Once there was a little red chicken who put her papa to bed. She read him 100 stories. She even gave him warm milk. but nothing worked. He stayed wide awake all. And then there's a picture of a big Z and more Z's. Because Papa fell asleep already.
Yeah.
Papa, Little Red Chicken says. And Papa's all sleeping. Good night, Papa. The end.
That was a cute story.
I was actually
Even if Little Red Chicken is a little bit annoying.
Little bit annoying, but yeah, no, it was a good story, I thought.
But I
So,
like how
no.
she spells chicken.
It was so cute how she
It is
and
cute.
you might not have seen how she spells red, REDD.
Yeah. REDD. Red. Yes.
So I'll look for more and see if there's more in the Interrupting Chicken series, and if so, I'll read them on future pupisodes.
Oh, cool. All right, I like that.
I like that.
Let's see. Where does that bring us? That brings us to our shameless plugs.
Shameless plug, which something about how all the water stays in the tub, but you don't look like how it looks because it's a shameless plug. I don't know. It's no, I tried.
Or maybe like all of the plugs that we plug into the wall are shameless.
They are.
Yes.
I'm pretty
They're
sure they are.
shameless plugs.
Shame on you for turning on the light in that horrible,
Mhm.
ugly color. I don't know.
Right. So, Barely has this podcast, Royal Highness, and Off Leash, as well as co-hosting on my podcast, Three Do Who, which is a monthly Doctor Who podcast where myself, Barely, and my British friend James discuss all things Doctor Who. I also have a Twitch stream that on most Friday nights I do when I'm not otherwise occupied. I post on the BFFT chat and my Blue Sky account when I'm going to be streaming, and you can find it at twitch.tv/Rayne Raccoon. You can find me on Blue Sky at djrainraccoon.bluesky.social.
Nice. And so for Landia, are you going to do a Doctor Who panel?
I don't think so.
Busy times.
Yeah,
and
busy times.
I want to spend
Ziggy's
time
gonna
with
be.
your
Yeah, I
Ziggy.
want to spend as much time with Ziggy as possible. So we kind of want to do, stuff together and go to panels and stuff together and do your panels, of course, because we're all about helping you out with the panels.
Well, in this,
we were gonna go anyways, so
yeah, right. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
If we're gonna go, we might as well help you out.
Or else I'll sick my tail on you, or something.
Yes, we'll get whacked by the Taebyn tail.
By the fluff. You don't want that. So me, what do I have to shamelessly plug about? Well, I have merch on Fourth Wall.
Mhm.
So Fourth Wall is if you go to Taebyn-shop, so that's TAEBYN -shop.fourthwall.com. I got a shirt there. I've actually, besides my hubby buying some things, I've had 2 other people buy some stuff.
Yeah, I think you've had more merch purchases on your Fourth Wall than we've had on the BFFT merches.
Which is crazy. I don't.
It's
It isn't
crazy.
very much, but it's anyway. Yeah. So as Rain just alluded to, there's the BFFT merch shop at Fourth Wall. On my Fourth Wall, you can buy some T-shirts. You can buy coffee mugs with fun puppy fur logo, and of course, puppy fur has nothing to do with popularity. It's just the most awesome word because it has puppy and fur in the same word.
It is pretty awesome.
Come
on,
possum. And on those 2 things, if you like the Tater's art, I had her commission and to do some artwork for those, so you can get some Tater art.
It is really cute.
You get that. It is so. She did such a good job.
So
if that, I also have some stickers. It's not Tater stuff, but it's some stickers you can get. I'm also going to, of course, put some other stuff on there eventually. So go at least check out the store, just see what's there. And just because you might have nothing else to do, I'll just go check out.
If you want Taebyn to put his pictures and drawings and stuff on other items in the store, you could DM Taebyn and say, hey, I see that Fourth Wall has these. Could we maybe get some Taebyn merch, tumblers or whatever? So yeah,
definitely.
Let Taebyn know what you want.
If you actually want something, I'll do it. I mean, you just have to let me know. Or if you can even just say in the BFFT chat or something, just say, hey, what do all you first think about? Let's do this on the Fourth Wall. Anyway, let's get some stuff up there just for fun, if nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for profit. All you furs, of course, now I'm doing it just because it's cool to it's just fun to do this stuff. And it's cool just to participate in the community and make you Furs happy. If any of you Furs know me, this pup right here just likes to entertain and make Furs happy. So that's one of the ways I'm trying to help out.
Yeah, he
And do
makes
that.
all his money singing Weird Al covers, so
Yeah, I totally make all my money
Mhm.
doing that. And instead, I give out $100 bills instead. So, I
Right,
mean,
yeah. I mean, because you're making so much money doing that.
I'm so much. And so, of course, I've said before, I have a YouTube channel. I think it's Taebyn Pup. So just go to my
Mhm.
YouTube channels, check out all that stuff. There's still some more videos that we have to release and put up there. Check out Crispy Ascension, the third in the Crispy Chicken Saga.
Mhm.
Very important. Make sure you watch the first 2 parts first, because you'll totally miss what's going on. No, you won't, but you will totally miss what's going on in the third if you don't.
There are some callbacks in the 3rd installment.
There are. See,
If
that's
you haven't seen
true.
the first 2, you
You
wouldn't know
might.
about. Yeah.
That's a good thing. So make sure to first watch the original Crispy Chicken. You can just search for
Mhm.
that on my YouTube. Then the second is Crispy Dreamin', so you can just search for that. And you might actually just be able to go to Google or YouTube and just Google and search for that.
And for all you Furs who have been to Taebyn Sings Weird Al or Storytime with Taebyn and are fans of Jacob and TB, they are
Mhm.
in
They are
this
in,
new
spoiler alert,
installment.
Jacob and TB are in the third installment
Yes, they
called
play a
Crispy
pivotal role
Ascension.
in Crispy Ascension.
I don't think the whole
We couldn't
story,
have done
this
it
whole
without them.
storyline would fall apart if
Yeah.
TB and Jacob weren't even
Oh,
in it.
yeah. We definitely couldn't have done it without them.
I know. So thank you. Shout out to Jacob and TB. What else? So of course, as I mentioned before, I'll be at Furlandia. My cons, I have 2 more cons this year. One is Furlandia,
Mhm.
which I mentioned. We'll also be at Denver. Excited
Mhm.
to go to Denver again. And at both these, I'll be doing my story time with Taebyn and Taebyn Sings Weird Al that I like to do. And at Furlandia, I think I'm involved in 1 or 2 other things. I don't know. So I'll be just around doing stuff. So just come
Hey.
join the fun. Hope to see you there.
Yeah, all right. Well, dear listeners, and all manner of other furry listeners,
I like what you did there.
our show has come to an end for this episode. We hope
Oh
you-
my cow!
Yeah,
Wow.
we hope we've entertained you, and if we haven't, well, thanks for the download anyways. It really helps with the metrics. Remember, you can support the show by donations on Ko-fi or Patreon, or by subscribing on Buzzsprout, merch purchase at Redbubble, Fourth Wall, and Bonfire. I want to say,
And you
a
can
special-
also
yeah.
you can also just come to the BFFT Telegram chat.
Yeah, come and say hi.
That's supporting too. Just say
Yeah.
hi and enjoy and have the
We
fun
love
interacting with
talking to our
others that
listeners.
listen to the podcast.
So I want to say a special thanks to the staff and listeners who make the show possible and have kept us going all this time. And to my wonderful boyfriend Ziggy, I love you. So
Yay.
be kind to yourselves and each other, move, bark, fluff, and stay furry. Taebyn, take us out.
Well, I will have no idea how I said what I just said.
I
but
don't either.
I
Your
don't
muzz made a funny shape.
My muzz was very, I don't even know how that happened, but anybody that knows me knows that happened somehow.
Mhm.
But yeah, so all you first, thank you for listening. If you're still listening, it's amazing. We hope you like the show. I've had a really great time tonight. How about you, Rayne?
Yeah, I have had a fantastic time tonight.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's been really great. We hope you've had a good time with us, and we can't wait to see you at a con someday and come up and say hi and everything.
Mhm.
And I guess all I'll say now is can't wait to bark at you next time. Remember, we're on a new format where we're only releasing an episode
Every other week.
Of
Mhm.
course, if you're not caught up with the episodes, then you wouldn't even know that. But for any fur that actually listens to every episode, just so you know, we love you for it. And
Yes.
we're releasing it every other week now. So until we bark at you next time, I just say stay furry, move, bark, fluff, and bark, bark.
All right.
Barely Furcasting is an Injured Nerves studio production and is found on all major podcast platforms or can be heard directly at barelyfurcasting.com. The opinions expressed here are those of the hosts and the guests, and no commercial compensation was granted. The Furcast is produced, recorded, and directed by Barely Normal aka Mike Began, and is edited by Barely Normal and co-producer Rayne Raccoon. This week's episode was produced, recorded, and edited by Rayne Raccoon. Opening and closing theme music, as well as some interstitial music, was created for Injured Nerves Productions for the use on the podcast by our music associate Regday with Damian Tanuki. If you would like to hear more music by Regday, you can search for Tweezer Beak on Bandcamp or Hoop Loop Tunes on SoundCloud. Other interstitial and background music by Shane Ivers through silvermansound.com, Gator Tots on soundcloud.com, and the YouTube Free Use Library. Social media presence is maintained by Ziggy the Meme Weasel. You can send us a message via email at barelyfurcasting@gmail.com or on our Telegram chat at BFFT chat, on Twitter, on our Facebook page, or on the barelyfurcasting.com webpage. The show is supported through subscriptions on barelyfurcasting.com, donations at coffee.com/barelyfurcasting, or through Patreon at patreon.com/barelyfurcasting. Thanks for listening. We hope you come back and listen next week.